Peace and blessings, my beautiful people. Hope you all are doing well. This is Marley K. Welcome to the channel. Got a story I want to share with you because it ties into the beast infrastructure and the digitalization of our society. To me, this stood out because it included Amazon. And so I wanted to share this with you so you understand that these pilots are happening right in our face, silently, but nobody's really hiding anything anymore. So I'm confident that whenever they get ready to flip the switch, they will. But a lot of people are participating in these pilot projects, and we don't know who, we don't know how. We just know that they are together. So I brought you the story the other day about the IMF and the digital currency and the global framework that they are preparing, or should I say, they already have it prepared. They're just telling us that they're preparing it, which basically means they're ready to unleash it. So this story is on Daily Hodl, and it's a digital, like a fintech type of online magazine. And it says that Amazon is collaborating in a pilot program for new CBDC proposed by IMF and central banks. So this is huge. So you can see all of these entities are merging together to get on board with this digital currency. And this is why you're not going to be able to buy or sell. This is why it's going to be important if you're Yasharel, if you're a true Israel, if you're a Gentile grafted in, and you're not planning on taking the marks of the beast, to understand that you need to be preparing for the day that you're going to have to make that choice to opt out of the system. You should be working to come out of the system as is, but I know it's a slow process. We're hostages in a domestic violence situation. And so, a lot of times we're limited in what we can and cannot do. But my suggestion is to continue to prepare, because you're going to have to make a choice, and it is going to impact whether or not you're able to buy or sell. So, what we need? We need food, water, medicine, and protection. Even if you got to buy you a tent for shelter, you got to have food, you got to have water, you got to have water purification, you need medicine, you need to get the things that you need to get now while you can still shop freely, while you still have money that is of value, because all of these things are going to hit at one time: the de-dollarization, the digital currency, the civil war, because the civil war is coming, the global war, because just as sure as they finish tearing up uh, in Europe, they will be here. And so we have to be prepared for everything. There's not going to be a safe place for us, because at the end of the day, no matter what anybody says, everything that is happening now is about us. So let's get into this story. So it says the Monetary Authority of Singapore has published a white paper that proposes conditions for the use of central bank digital currencies, tokenized bank deposits, and stablecoins. The white paper was produced in collaboration with the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, Banca d'Italia, and the Bank of Korea, and is currently paired with a pilot that Amazon and several other corporate giants are participating in. According to Moss, the white paper's release was supported by software prototypes that aim to demonstrate a concept called purpose-bound money, which allows senders to specify conditions such as validity period and types of shops when making transfers in digital money across different systems. So let me break this down to you in the simplest of terms. This means they're going to be able to control where you buy or sell. Everybody. So understand, I don't care how they fluff it up. They can fluff it, they can flip it. This stuff is prophetic. What they are doing, they prophecy is unfolding right before our eyes. We're watching it happen. That is what we're supposed to be doing, and so we need to behave accordingly. These people are trying to create money that you can program and say you can use it here or you can't use it there. You can spend this amount, but you can't spend this amount. You have to spend this money within this period of time or it will disappear. You can spend this money if whatever conditions they note are in this money. So purpose bound money is going to be, you know, probably something they roll out for people who get public benefits. So, say if you get Social Security or food stamps or TANF or things like that, they're going to start off with those people first. If you get those things, you ain't going to be able to buy meat. You won't be able to buy processed food. Or they might let you buy processed food. I don't know, because that's gonna kill us faster. So they might let you get processed food, but they only may allow you to get so much meat per week or per month per person in your household, or they may allocate a certain dollar amount. You know, if you get say $500 in food stamps, you could use $100 for meat, but the other $400 you can buy water, you can buy fresh vegetables, you can buy canned goods, but you can't buy dairy. So, um, it could work the same way with TANF. You get money to buy things that you need or digital money, but you can't buy things that they believe will impact the climate agenda. So this is where this is going, and I just wanted to share it with you. So it says the PBM protocol is designed to work with different ledger technologies, and the ledger technologies is nothing more than blockchain. When they talk about all these fancy words, it's blockchain. They're going to know everything. And forms of money. It enables users to access digital money using the wallet provider of their choice. So you're going to have to get a digital wallet to keep your digital monies. With a common protocol, the same infrastructure can be used across multiple use cases. Stakeholders using different wallet providers can transfer digital assets to one another without the need for customization. So this is really no different than what we already do. If you want to transfer money, you go to the bank and you can wire it. You have to pay a fee. You can use Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. We already have those things, but the goal is to get everything centralized. And the other thing is you can't control a private entity's um, platform. But if these international banks and banking authorities are participating in this with businesses, it's a wrap. It's all but done. They're not including any just people, individuals who might buck the system in these types of pilots, except for as users. They don't get our input. Like, we don't need this, but they want this because at the end of the day, it's a way to control every person who participates in this system on Earth. Moss says that Amazon, digital finance company Fast, and food delivery and digital payments company Grab are participating in a pilot use case involving escrow arrangements for online retail payments. Banking giant DBS is also trialing a similar program for PBM. According to the press release, the PBM white paper builds on Moss Project Orchid, which was launched as a multi-year exploratory initiative to examine possible design and technical aspects of a potential CBDC system in Singapore. Notice all the Asian countries are where they're implementing this stuff, and then they're slowly rolling it out across the rest of the world in different places. In the white paper, the researchers say that the new future digital asset ecosystem could be mainly comprised to CBDCs, tokenized bank liabilities, and stablecoins. So they're telling you this digital asset ecosystem is coming. The digital asset ecosystem could potentially facilitate more efficient transactions, enhance financial inclusion, because they got to have everybody included so that they can control you, and unlock economic value, whatever that means. What does that even mean? Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, tokenized bank liabilities, and potentially well-regulated stablecoins. Notice they say well-regulated. You ain't gonna be all willy-nilly with your stablecoin buying stuff and being free. Oh no, sirree, buddy. Together with a set of well-designed smart contracts, which is the blockchain technology, could serve as the medium of exchange for this new digital asset ecosystem. Although initial trials demonstrate potential, these new forms of digital monies, popularized with the blockchain and peer-to-peer money movement, need to demonstrate their utility above and beyond what is already possible today with e-payment systems such as domestic instant payment systems. So that's the end of the story. But I just want to share with you that the digitalization of money is proceeding, and we need to be prepared for what's coming. So you need to understand that this money that's coming, it ain't gonna be just I'm gonna be able to use it at wherever I want to use it. Wherever it's coming from, it's going to be programmed. Whoever controls how the currency exchange happens gets to program it. So you got to remember they're going to have a social credit score. We're going to have a carbon footprint tracker. So they're going to know where you went, how long you stayed there, what you consumed, what you did. So all these things are going to play a role in this digitalization. And when it takes root, you're going to be forced to participate in this in order to get your daily bread. You're going to need to participate or use this in order to go to the grocery store. You see how they setting up all these um, pilot stores all over the country where you have to scan to go in. You got to scan each thing you put in your cart. And if they don't want you to buy it, if you're participating in this system, you're not going to be able to buy it. It'll just tell you can't have it. You got to put it back. So if you like to eat a certain type of way, if you like soda, if you like these different things that they've associated with carbon emissions issues, you're not going to be able to consume those things. You won't be able to eat meat like you want to because they don't want you to eat meat because meat farts. The living meat farts. So if we can get rid of those, then you'll be okay. Everything will be good. Now they're going to still be eating meat and raising meat and real meat, but you're going to eat lab meat and all this other stuff. Soil and green. So get ready, people. Continue prepping. Continue praying and seeking the Most High, because there is no way we are going to be able to make it out of this without a supernatural deliverance. Pray for the Exodus. Pray for it soon, because these people are crazy. Like, I just, you at some point you just have to just say it. We live in a wicked world. We live in a fallen world. We live in a failed state. We live amongst demons. I guess that's the best way to say it. And so many people are just going along with these plans that they don't even try to hide anything anymore. So when I get stuff, I'm going to share it with you because I want my people to be prepared. I wish more people would listen. I wish more people would care, but they just simply do not. And, it's going to take something tragic to get the attention of a lot of people. But as the old people used to say, sometimes a hard head makes a soft behind. And I think, sadly, this is one of those times where that is going to be the case, because you cannot rebound from this if you're caught off guard. So, continue prepping. Whatever you do, continue stockpiling things in your home that are non-perishable. Invest more in non-perishable food than perishable items, because as power goes out, you ain't going to be able to cook all that food in your freezer or your refrigerator. So spend less on perishables, stock up on non-perishables, get your medicines and things that you need, hygiene products, get plenty of water, even keep water in bottles. If you use laundry detergent and bleach and stuff, refill those bottles up with water. And if you have a place to store them, store them. Because if the power goes out in your community, say if we have a grid down situation and the power plant goes down and the generator goes out at a water treatment plant, eventually the water is going to stop flowing through your faucets. You won't have water to flush your toilet. You won't have water to wash your hands. You won't have water to do anything, because it's not going to be coming out of the tap. It won't be any water filling up your toilet bowl. So if you need to use the toilet, at least you'll have water to flush. If you need water to drink, you should have plenty of cases of drinking water and ways to purify water in your home. You should have ways to boil and heat water, even if you got to get those little chafing fuel cans and a little camping stove. You really gonna have to be creative to make it through this transition. And then if you're going to be roughing it as a way of life, you need to be figuring that out now, while things are still good, while things are still reasonable, while we don't have chaos and there's still peace. Because once all hell breaks loose, it's a wrap. You can cancel Christmas. People are going to be All these people we see walking around like zombies, they're going to be frantic. They're going to be calling you. They're going to be asking you why you ain't upset. Why you calm? It's because you knew years in advance that this stuff was coming. You've been paying attention. You've been keeping watch like the Most High told us to. And, you just prepare. You can't do anything about it, but you can try to put in place some countermeasures to soften the landing or soften the fall. So just continue to pray, continue to seek the Most High, continue to cry out for mercy, to be found worthy to escape everything that's coming on this earth, because it is going to be an ugly place to live. I do not want to be here. I want to be found worthy. So repent. If you sinning, if you're living a foul life, stop it. If you can get with like-minded people and try to prepare, because we're not going to be able to get through this alone. I know people's like, I don't have no friends. I don't have people. There's somebody in your community that is also concerned. You may have to figure out a way to talk about it, but you can't be isolated. You can't be alone. You have to start doing things now to position yourselves. And now is the time to figure out who you can align yourself with, because, in a situation where you're knowledgeable and you're surrounded by a bunch of people who are unprepared, you are going to be a threat. So, just continue to pray, continue to prep, seek the Most High, ask for forgiveness for sins of commission and sins of omission. Pray that the scales fall off of our people's eyes. Pray that this nation returns back to its old Protestant ways, which I know it's not, because once you get this far, If you know anything about failed civilizations and the things that lead to them, once you get to this point, there's no turning back. You're not going to get people to turn back from sexual liberation and doing as they will. You won't get people to turn back from socialism. You won't get people to turn back from being tribalistic. And again, this America is a big old experiment. Nothing like this has ever been done in the world, which is why it don't work, because people are tribalistic. Like that's how we are. People are people associate by nations and culture. And this country doesn't have a culture. This country isn't even really a nation. We just tried to throw people together and do this experiment. It don't work. It didn't work. And so it's failing. And so the last ditch effort is to just do whatever y'all want to do. But the only reason that they're doing this because they need this civilization to fall so that the new world order can rise. And so once you understand that it's prophetic, there's nothing you can do about it. It has to happen. What you need to do is make sure that you are in a position to not have to fight with people when, you know, the poop hits the pan. So that's all I got, y'all. Don't be discouraged and don't have any fear. Just understand when these things are happening, it means that we're closer to our exodus. That's all it means. It means, we should be anxious and excited, not afraid, not fearful. Um, and we need to keep watch. You can't look away. You must watch so that you can prepare. All right.